This is the Symphonic Band, and the first piece we're going to play for you is a piece by Charles Carter called Overture for Winds. This is it's an old piece. The paper is yellow, and sadly enough, it's so old that somebody like me probably played it when he was a kid, and I did. So, but it's a great piece of music. It's considered literature at this level. It's just a beautiful piece. I hope you enjoy it. It's called Overture for Winds.
I'll do one for you or something.
Okay, there we go, great. Each piece, regardless of level, has its purpose. Each piece, regardless of level, has its purpose for me. The last piece that you just heard was teaching woodwind technique. That piece, you can hear all the fast and furious notes, and you can see all the speed. You young woodwind players over there see all the speed in their runs and all the lines that they're doing. The neat part about that is it really develops a lot of good finger technique and speed for the woodwinds. The next piece that we're going to play is a piece by John Rutter. It's a choral work. And one of the hardest things for bands to do is emulate the sound of the choir, because it's just fluid air. And your voice can do so many wonderful things that we as musicians, we as instrumentalists, always try to emulate. Those are the things that we try to work hard on. Professional musicians are the closest one to it. That's why they sound so good, because their sound is just so rich and so pretty. So the next piece we're going to play is called the Candlelight Carol by John Rutter. It's not necessarily a Christmas piece, but it's been adopted and used kind of as a Christmas song for years. So hope you enjoy the Candlelight Carol by John Rutter. If you really knew how hard that was. Hey, trying to make wind instruments sing and be lyrical and be subtle. Hear how soft it is, and we're trying to get the subtleties and trying to get the releases of sounds. Those are the things that young musicians strive to work at. And it's a great piece. Again, I used the piece because I wanted them to enjoy a quality piece of music, but more so to try to make music. And they could do that without me standing there. They could do that because they're listening to each other, matching, and doing all those things that make great music together. So hope you enjoyed that. The next piece we're going to play is an incredibly hard piece. It's called God of Our Fathers, and it's a chorale by Daniel Roberts. And actually, the hymn was by George Warren, and I believe it's adopted by the Navy, isn't it? The Navy, isn't it? The God of Our Fathers, isn't that one of the themes that the Navy uses? But the interesting thing about this is he's taken this piece and he's dressed it up and changed it into 4 or 5 different thematic materials. This actual arrangement was written for the United States Air Force Band in D.C. and Claude T. Smith wrote it for them because he was doing a lot of arrangements, and they wanted a piece that would show off every section in the band and kind of worked on it. We chose this piece because it's incredibly hard for the brass players to play. I know, I'm sick, I know. And I put it like the 3rd or 4th piece in the program. So they're already tired, so I'm going to make them work even harder in this. But the advantage is it gives them a challenge. It lays out a challenge to our brass players and makes them step up like men and women and really play something that's super challenging and a lot of fun. So I hope we're going to come up to the mark. I hope you enjoy God of Our Fathers by Claude T. Smith. All right, here we go. Now,